My name is Chris with Rimlox, based out of Tampa, Florida. We're at Wheel Tech in Tampa, Florida. As you can see, nice 10,000 square foot facility. We've got Wally on the side over here, and he's going to be helping out with any orders that you guys need to call.
How you doing, Mopar?
Real quick, Audi, tell the guys what you guys have to offer here.
Well, welcome to Wheel Tech. Obviously, we're 10,000 square feet of wheels, tires. We do lubes, Rimlox. We do tint. We do vehicle wraps. We have a real huge special going on tonight. We will be taking phone calls all night long. We are here to serve everybody and anybody. We do shipping all over the U.S. and we do in-house. We do alignments, truck lift. We got wheel stickers. We got the street legal wheel dressing, tire dressing. We carry even all sorts of emblems for all different center capital cars. We carry all sorts of wheel marks, all colors. Wheels, we start anywhere from 13-inch up to 32-inch. Whatever you want, whatever you like, we have it here for you. Lift kits, level kits, anything to do on the trucks, including alignments, give us a call. We're here waiting on you.
So, the product, the manufacturing, the pricing, the competitors' locks, and basically what we're going to be doing for WHAM 3. So we got Pedro, who is the head of WHAM 3 in Dallas, Texas. We are going out there August 4th weekend, and it's going to be a 2-day event. You got Oracle Friday Night Lights. It's going to be on a Friday, and then you also have their big event, WHAM 3, which is a whole day from 3 to 11 p.m. Over 2,000 cars are going to be out there. We've got over 600 to 800 cars that are going to be in the car show. And we're going to give locks with a crazy discount for the top 100. So the top 100 vehicles, we're going to pass out certificates because they're all custom. We're not going to know the year, make, and model until you actually fill everything out. So we're going to know if you get the factory aftermarket wheels. What is Rimlox? Rimlox is the first and only locking system that's guaranteed to protect your wheels from getting stolen. We started back in 2001, and ever since then to date, we have never had a set of wheels stolen. You say, why is that? How is that possible? Our guarantee is is in place because we can actually have custom designs for the actual locks. All of the diameters are different size, they're different diameter, different patterns, unlimited patterns. Again, there's no two keys alike, so you can have your own unique locking system. So I want to kind of back up and kind of explain how this all came about. I was in the military. Of course, I'm doing Laps for Vets. I'm the main sponsor for that. So I was on the USS Gettysburg out of Jacksonville, Mayport, Florida. And I was a GSM, gas system mechanic in military police. So I'm really heavy with the support of all of our military and everybody who served. So we definitely appreciate that as well. Got out of the military, came to Tampa, and the first night that I came out, my vehicle got stolen. It was a Eclipse. They took the vehicle. I thought I had locks on it. Apparently not. They took that, stole my wheels, and the rest is history. So I decided I didn't want to ever get my wheels stolen again. And one of the first wheel locks that I ever designed is this little key ring right here. This has been on my key ring for over 17 years. And how I came up with that, I have no idea. Basically, I tried to figure a way to keep the wheel on. I tapped the middle of it, made a makeshift key, screwed it on there. It was flimsy. It didn't work. The rest is history with what we have right now. So kind of give you a little bit of story about how this evolved from conception to where we're at right now. So the first thing you had to know was the type of steel that you're going to be using, which I didn't know. The coating, I didn't know. The patterns, I didn't know. Fixtures, nothing. I knew nothing about this, so I started from scratch. So I learned that after I had the ring, that we had to come up with a lock that would actually be a lot more beefier, basically. So the concept of what we had before was a series of holes and pins. So I figured I would have the series of pins that would actually be moved back and forth, smaller and bigger, but it would not hold the torque, even for 85 foot-pounds. So they were snapping. Dead idea. Back to the drawing board. We beefed up the key, if you will. We have a bean pattern, if you will, and pins as well on both these. Pins still snapped. It wouldn't hold the pattern. Back to the drawing board. Not only do you have to figure out what the type of coating you're going to use, because we don't need a chrome because we've got the inserts of the actual pins to engage. So the chrome would change that engagement, basically. So we had an iron oxide, it was a black oxide. It rusted, it was no good. Back to the drawing board. We figured we could primer it, we could paint it. As you can see the chips over the years, back to the drawing board. So we finally came up with an idea and a concept that was what we're using today, and we have it so that we have unlimited patterns. There are no two keys alike. So this is very unique in the fact that every single key that we have for every set is going to be computer generated, meaning they have to literally program every key and design it so that it would actually work on your vehicle. We also have the diameter. We have different diameters because you have different hole sizes on your wheels. So unlike the other locks that are out there, they have one size fits all. And everybody's seen these a dime a dozen. Side note, this is not a lock. This is not a lock by any means. It's a spline and it's universal. This key will fit on this one. And lo and behold, we have another one. Fits on that one. Let's see if we can find another one. We got one more. We got another one that we cut off for a cap. So how is it you have 3 different locks with the same key? Everybody has your key. Quit thinking that these are locks. They are not locks. You have this style here, has grooves on the side. Anybody can get this off. This is what it looks like from the front. It is not a lock. This one here, it's the same thing for a longer style. It is not a lock. This one is our dummy cap. However, it's not a lock. So let's get that straight, because a lot of people think they have a different pattern or a different lug nut on every wheel, and that serves as your lock. It doesn't even slow the thieves down. They can get it off. They have a tool. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and take a look at this right here. This is a perfect example. They use a soft metal. All the locks that are out there, 90% of them, they're pressed out. So they pour a mold, they're from overseas, and it's a soft, quote-unquote, pot metal that they put everything together. So the thieves have gotten smarter, the company's gotten smarter, so you lose your key, you can't get it off. They have this key. This is a hardened, reverse threaded socket. Anyone can get this. Anyone can use this to take off your wheels. So all they do is simply put it on top of it. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but they literally turn it. The more they turn it, the more it bites into your metal. So there are grooves from just this one right here, and it fits perfect. And it releases a torque. If you were to flip it, it's the same thing. It goes down further, it'll bite into it, and it's going to release a torque. None of these tools / sockets will work on the Rimlox. Why is that? We've made it so every lock is counterproductive. So when they try to put that around the Rimlox, it will not fit around it. If it's big enough to fit around it, which again this one still isn't on our smallest lock, it won't fit into the hole of the wheel, and we'll see that here in a little bit. Now again, let's go back to the size of the locks. Why do we have different sizes? We have different sizes because your holes of your wheels prevent any tool or socket from fitting around your lug nut. All of these here are one size fits all for the most part, and the key removal socket will fit on top of it. There we go. So it's going to engage, and basically it's going to turn it, you remove it, you put a dummy cap on it. So whatever existing lock that you have, you'll screw this in depending on if it's a BMW, if it's going to be a Porsche or Ferrari. So that's for your bolts. The Mopars, all the Mopar guys, we have the factory wheels, your SRTs, your Hellcats. This is your lug nut. This lug nut, if you have just these on it, you have no locks. Plain and simple. So you would have a lock with a bigger diameter, smaller, thin lock. It would fit back into the hole of your wheel, and we put a simple dummy cap on top of it, and they would all look alike. We do spikes. So if you're running spikes on your dualies, if you're running spikes on your American Forces, your Specialty Fords, your fuels, we have an application for that as well. So we're going to talk about the keys real quick. So we're going to try and make this short so we're not boring you guys to death. So the process with the keys, again, all of our locks, they have to go in a fixture. So when you order a set of locks, you're going to get 2 keys, an installation key, which is a solid key, one solid key to put the locks on. Then you're going to have your customer key. Your customer key is going to be a two-part key. We're the only company that can make it so that you have two parts. The reason why it's two parts is because we make it so that you don't have to worry about leaving your key in your vehicle. Everyone has to leave this key in the glove box, center console, hidden compartment. It doesn't matter. You try to hide it, the thief is going to find it, but lo and behold, he's probably already got it. So can you see if you can pull one of your locks real quick, and I'm gonna do a little test here real quick on your keys. While he's getting that, we have to just give you an idea on the actual manufacturing. Okay, so he's got a key. Let me see your lock here. So this is a random key, a random lock. Everybody's got these, the Gorillas. It fits in there. So this is Wheeltech's key. My question is, how is it that our dummy cap fits on the same key as well as this dummy cap? All of the keys are limited. Hold on, let's try one more thing here, just to see what happens. This is our key. Let's see what happens on his. So how is it that we have a random key, totally different from their set, and it fits in our key? Everybody has your key. Quit thinking that you have the only key to your set. This one fits on here. This one fits on here. This one's theirs. They're all interchangeable. They're limited keys, people. You don't have locks. Just want to stress that so you guys keep thinking, oh, I've got a lock on every one. We hear that every day, or when they actually try to steal your lock or your wheels, it's not going to bump the vehicle. It's not going to jar the vehicle. Even if it does, it's not going to set off your alarm. There's a tolerance on it. So people call us every day, hey, I had this and I had this. I live in a nice neighborhood. That's not going to work. I have cameras. That's after the fact. I've got insurance. We're going to talk about that in a second as well. I have a dog. They're going to feed your dog. They bring meat, they throw it out there, your dog's quiet, he's sleeping, you're sleeping, everybody's sleeping, and your wheels are gone. Another technique that these guys use, which this is no big secret, everybody knows this, they're going to let the air out of your tire, put the brake underneath there, it's going to go down, they only need about half an inch, quarter of an inch, get the locks off, they slide your wheel off. They don't even need a jack sometimes. If you got a truck, you're already lifted. It's common sense, so you're going to be susceptible to someone stealing your wheels because you're already in the air. They'll put the block underneath there, unloosen them, slide the wheel off, and they're gone. Another technique is so you don't hear the hammer, they'll take a towel, put it over the socket that they're slamming onto your lock to deaden the sound. You're not going to hear it. A quick thud, 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 it's on there, they remove it, they're gone with your wheels.